Hi, hello everybody. Welcome to Viva-Mundo's webinar. We are joined today by the BSB school who are here to give you more information about why you should study in France. Throughout the webinar, we are here. We will be in the background. If you need any help or even if you want to ask questions, feel free. We really encourage that throughout the webinar. And we have a Q&A box at the bottom of our screen for you to place a question. We'll get to those at the very end, so don't you worry. But for now, I'm going to hand you over to Patrick Harris.
Perfect. Thanks very much for the intro. Very much appreciate that. Thank you to everyone who's taken time to tune in today. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm going to give you a brief overview of BSB, give you some general information about studying in France, about the programs that we offer. Hopefully that gives you a bit of an insight into what BSB has to offer. And then if you'd like to discuss any aspect in more detail, of course, I'll be following up after the session by email, so we can schedule a call for them. So to start off, I'm just going to play you a quick video. It's a video of Dijon, taken of BSB students just enjoying the city. So I wanted to give you a bit of an insight, help you visualize the space, the city that we're in. Here goes. Okay, so just a quick video there to help you visualize the medium-sized city of Dijon, where our campus is. I'm now just going to share a presentation with you. And then we will start off. Okay. So here you have a picture of the campus. It's a very modern campus, although it was established in over 100 years ago. It's been completely revamped and is state-of-the-art modern campus and facilities right in the heart of Dijon. So at BSB, your campus really is in the city center, not outside the city like many other business schools and university campuses. In terms of studying in France in general, why would you come and study in France? Of course, we have a very strong economy in terms of world economies. France is the 7th largest currently, so lots and lots of study and work opportunities. In terms of life in general, so outside your studies, of course, there's a fantastic balance of nature, art de vivre, as they call it here. the sort of chic, sophisticated French way of life, and is also complemented by their creativity, ideas, and entrepreneurial spirit. So really lots of reasons for you to come and study in France. Of course, Burgundy is a region very rich in cultural and historical heritage, very well known for vineyards, for gastronomy, for food and drink. So apart from, you know, coming out with a top-notch degree from a very prestigious business school, you should be able to really enjoy everything that France has to offer you outside the classroom. So yeah, the location you can see here on the map. The main campus is located in Dijon. Dijon is about halfway between the cities of Paris and Lyon. Paris being, of course, the capital of France, Lyon being the second largest city and sort of metropolitan hub. So Dijon is a medium-sized city located around basically halfway between Paris and Lyon. So being a medium-sized city, the Dijon is very walkable, very safe. We have very good transport links, and we offer really a very cheap cost of living for students who are studying here, certainly compared to Paris or Lyon. So the main campus is here in Dijon. Most of the courses that you'll be interested in will take place here in Dijon, but we also have a micro campus in Paris and a second campus in Lyon. Some courses, especially the sort of digital and tech focused programs, will take place in Lyon. In Lyon, the campus is slightly smaller than here in Dijon, and the courses offered there are highly specialized, much more focused on individual attention. It's slightly faster paced, perhaps, than the main campus here in Dijon. And here you have some pictures of the city, some students enjoying a glass of wine in the main square in Dijon, the surrounding countryside. As you can see, the proximity to Europe is definitely a plus, especially if you're coming from far away. We have, you know, the Alps within a couple of hours drive away for those of you who like snowboarding or skiing, and good access to countries like Switzerland, Italy, Spain, Belgium, even the UK. So really, in terms of location, you're looking at the heart of France and the heart of Europe. Okay, I'll move on now. So as mentioned, Dijon is located about equidistance between Paris, the capital of France, and Lyon, the second largest city. It takes you about 90 minutes to reach Paris by train and about 2 hours to Lyon.
Hi, Patrick. Can we just reshare your screen as it's not moving at the moment from our side?
Okay, sure. Give me 2 seconds.
No problem.
Let's try again. How's that? Is that moving again?
Yeah, that's moving again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Sorry about that. So yeah, as I was saying, Dijon lies about equidistance between Paris, the capital of France, and Lyon, the second largest city. So really fantastic access to Europe, to countries like Geneva, Luxembourg, Belgium, Italy, the Alps. And really lying in the heart of France. France being, of course, the ultimate benchmark for food, wine, and tourism. So yeah, the region itself, Dijon is the capital of Burgundy, very, very famous worldwide for its wine and its gastronomy, but in particular for its wine. So you can see some pictures here of the vineyards, of which there are plenty in abundance all around the city. Of course, Dijon, you may have heard of Dijon mustard. Very famous for a sort of worldwide mustard recipe that was founded here. So if you're into wine, if you're into food, if you're into art, culture, heritage, then BSB can offer you all of that in addition to a very prestigious degree. So here we have some pictures of the city. As you can see, it's very beautiful. The city and the region indeed are recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and protected. And as I mentioned before, the quality of life in Dijon really is fantastic. Students love it when they get here. It's very green, lots of open spaces. You can walk around everywhere. There's no need to rely on public transport like you would have to in larger cities like Paris, and very particular and beautiful architecture that you can see here in some of the photos. So yeah, I mentioned that we have a brand new secondary campus that opened up in Lyon. We opened up this campus less than a year ago. This was a good move for us because it just meant that we were able to offer an additional campus, additional programs that were perhaps more focused on sort of digital and tech industries. Lyon is the second largest city in France, I think I mentioned, and it's got a reputation as being somewhat of a Silicon Valley here in France. So lots of startups, lots of job opportunities, lots of young people starting businesses. So we're happy to be able to offer a BSB foothold in Lyon as well. Indeed, there are over 50,000 jobs have been created in Lyon recently in the digital and creative industries alone. And so by branching out into the nearby metropolis that is France's second city, we have been able to actively promote collaboration with many of these young entrepreneurial companies and many other institutions that are based in Lyon. So when you join us for a degree, you're buying into not just the campus and Dijon itself, but all of the connections that come with our expansion into Lyon, into France, and into Europe in general. Yeah, so in terms of accreditations, we have really pretty good rankings. We are BSB is in the top 15 of the Grande Ecole management degrees in France. So we've been rising slowly but surely in the rankings over the last 7 years. For anyone who is not aware, the French Grande Ecole, of which BSB are a part of, they are a very prestigious sort of boutique group of public and private institutions that are accredited by the French Ministry of Education and recognized worldwide. So most of these schools are dedicated to business and engineering. And BSB is very pleased to be one of those Grande Ecole. So really you're looking at the top tier of business schools when you're able to call yourself a Grande Ecole. So as I mentioned, at BSB, we have a very heavy focus on employability. So you're not just here to pass your exams, you're not just here to get a degree under your belt. We have a very strong focus on post-study work and employability and career boosting options. And indeed, as a BSB student, you will receive expert career services to equip you with all the tools and the confidence you need to succeed after you've completed your degree. So this career booster service is a service for specifically for student employability. So we offer one-on-one sort of training with our expert career advisors. There are 7 coaches helping students in a variety of different languages. Now, you have access to them throughout your degree, and they can help you with job opportunities. They can help you decide which direction you want to head towards after you graduate. And we have a dedicated platform offering thousands and thousands of job opportunities specifically to BSB students. So yeah, just know that that if and when you decide to join us here in Dijon, we aim to look after you long term. So our vision is very much long term. We're looking at your success during your studies, but also thereafter. With this in mind, we have over 17,000 alumni who have graduated and headed off in all different directions all over Europe and throughout the world. We have a dedicated alumni team who stay in touch with our network of graduates all over the world, with a view to facilitating job opportunities, facilitating dialogue with you and previous students. So you, as a new BSB student, will have access to this global network of BSB alumni, and that's something, again, in terms of networking, that's super important in the professional world. Okay, I'm not going to have time to go into the all programs in detail, but to give you a rough overview, we offer one bachelor program, the Bachelor in Management. Now, this would be for any high school students who are reaching the end of their high school journey and are looking, so have not been to university or higher education yet, and are looking to for a sort of general management program to kickstart their studies. So it would be a 3-year program. Because we're a smaller campus based in a medium-sized city, we're able really to keep a very close eye on numbers in class, so no more than 35 to 40 students per class. You can either enter in first year, and all you would need to provide us with is your secondary school diploma or equivalent. And then, or you can apply for direct entry into 3rd year. So this would be if you have already done a degree in a management related program, and you'd like to bypass the first 2 years and just go straight into the 3rd year and receive the diploma at the end of the 3rd year. There are options to enter directly into 3rd year if you're already studying a management related program. Of course, all of our courses are taught in English, so there's no need for you to be fluent in French if you'd like to come and study at BSB, far from it. We would, if you're an international student and English is not your first language, then we would be looking for you to sit an English assessment, so IELTS or equivalent. And then, yeah, we offer a number of scholarship opportunities. We're really very happy to welcome international students. We want to do everything we can to encourage you to apply, to make it affordable for you. So every month we offer merit-based scholarships of either 25% or 50% reduction in fees. So I'll talk more about that later. In terms of the Bachelor in Management, the core courses are marketing, business, finance, entrepreneurship, communication, critical thinking, international management, law, economics, distribution, and public speaking. So really it's giving you a bit of an overview, a bit of an insight into the world of business and management, if you haven't had a chance to study that previously. Yeah, so in your third year of the Bachelor, you would choose your specialization. So you can see the specializations here on the left. And the first couple of years really are to equip you with a general understanding of business and management. And then in your third year is when you'll be able to hopefully draw on that generic info and choose which branch suits you as a person in terms of your objectives, your goals. We have the option to study abroad for a semester or even a year, and we have partnerships with lots of institutions around the world. So if you were looking to study in France, but perhaps sample living in a different country, you would certainly be able to do that with the bachelor's degree. The advantage there would be, apart from, of course, the experience, would be that you would graduate with 2 degrees. So one from BSB and one from the partner institution where you did your year abroad. So moving on now to the master's programs. The Master in Management is very, very well known and prestigious here in France. It's a 2-year postgraduate program. So, excuse me. So this would be for those of you that already have a bachelor, that have already studied a degree relating to business or management, this would be much more specialized than the bachelor that I was just describing. The entry requirements, so you should have a non-French bachelor's degree, so you should have studied for around 3 or 4 years, and of course you should have the adequate English level, just to make sure that you keep up in class, that you're able to follow everything that's discussed and examined. So yeah, again, the first year of the master's would be sort of covering general business and management core modules, and then the second year you would be able to specialize in a number of expertise fields depending on your interests. We also offer MSc, which are 1-year specialized graduate programs. So if you were doing the Master in Management, your second year, you would be able to choose one of these MSc programs in English. And that way you would graduate also with a double degree. So both the Master in Management and the Master of Science in your specialized second year program. I hope that makes sense. I've listed all of the MSc programs here. So these can be taken either as 1-year specialized graduate programs, or these can be taken as part of your second year in the Master of Management. Okay, I'm going to move on from that. Again, I mentioned the opportunity to potentially study abroad. Now, included in the price, in any of the pricing and the costings for the degrees that you've seen, you will have the opportunity at no extra cost to study. We have study abroad. So we have over 215 partner universities in 56 different countries, I believe. So again, you would receive your degree, very prestigious Grande Ecole degree from BSB here in France, and you would receive a diploma from whichever institution, business school, university you decide to do your year abroad in. So that way you would graduate with a dual degree, which of course looks great for any future employer. Okay, I touched upon the fact that we are in Burgundy, in a very wine-rich part of the world. Now we have a faculty that focuses specifically on that. It's the School of Wine and Spirit Business here on campus. It's very popular, and we offer a wide range of programs that focus specifically on wine and spirits if you were looking to throw yourself into that industry as a career. Like I said, we're very well placed with the most beautiful vineyards around us, and BSB have worked very hard to gather experts from the wine and spirits industry to come here and teach the next generation of innovators in wine and spirits. So definitely an option there if you're interested in wine culture. Here you can see the options in that faculty. So of course they range from an MBA in wine and spirits business through to a couple of different MSCs, and even a bachelor program with wine tourism specialization. So whether you're coming straight from high school or you already have a degree under your belt, if you're interested in the wine and spirits business, if you're looking to find out about career opportunities in that industry, and then we have a wide range of degrees that you won't be disappointed with. So a fantastic way to kickstart your career in wine management or in the wine and spirits business in general. So lots of, with those wine programs, there are a number of networking events. Like I said, BSB has worked very hard to bring together experts in the field, both in the teaching staff here, but also networking events and opportunities out with the official curriculum. And of course, there are the most beautiful places to visit, just minutes away from campus. You can see from the pictures here. Okay, I'm going to move on because I'm aware that we have some time constraints. In terms of the campus itself, we have top-notch, very modern facilities, including, you can see some in the pictures here, study rooms, leisure areas. We have a fully equipped gym, a dance hall, a music studio. We even have a Zen room if you want to go and relax and meditate. We have a cultural center, a financial trading room, and really a very rich student existence. So I believe currently we have 25 associations, student associations, organizing a number of events throughout the year. So ranging from sports to debating. So really, no matter what you're interested in, you're going to meet like-minded people from all over the world. Worth noting as well, I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, 1 in 4 students here on campus is international. So I believe we have over 70 different nationalities represented. So although you will be immersing yourself in, of course, French culture, I know although we are based in the heart of France, it's by no means a French-centric educational experience. You will be meeting students from all over the world who speak a variety of different languages. So really you can see BSB as a mini universe of sorts, bringing together the rich cultural heritage and language of many different countries. Okay, so yeah, in terms of the application process, it's really very simple. I would be your point of contact moving forwards. I'm going to leave my contact details in the chat at the end. Yeah, it's an online application process. So it's broken down into 4 simple steps. You would basically go online, input all your details, tell us which course you'd like to apply for, upload all of your supporting documents. They would be reviewed by our admissions team, and I would be on hand to support you and to speak to you on the phone, to schedule an interview if you need some help with your application. There would then be an interview stage, and then we would hopefully give you an offer letter and invite you to join us in September or whenever you decided you wanted to start your degree. So yeah, very simple process. I'm on hand to support you. I work as part of the international team. So I have very friendly and experienced colleagues who speak a variety of different languages. Our job really is to support you, to help you with your application, to have conversations with you, to help you decide which course is best suited to you and your abilities and your ambitions. So please don't hesitate to get in touch with me. Here you can see some of my colleagues, and we speak over 8 different languages between all of us. We're available 24/7. So like I said, definitely do not hesitate to get in touch. Yeah, I believe that's everything for now. So I'm going to leave it there. It's probably a lot of information for everyone to take in. So thank you for staying tuned. And I believe if we have some questions, then I'll be happy to answer them as best I can.
Sure, thank you, Patrick. That was a great presentation. So I think there's one in the chat asking about options for LLM, Masters in Law. Are there any Masters in Law options?
So not specifically. We have various modules on a few of the MSc programs, and for the Master in Management that would be focused more on law, on public policy. However, there wouldn't be a specific law degree at present. But it's something that I would be happy to explore in more detail. I'm going to put my email and my contact details in the chat, actually, if that's okay, Stav, and then students can follow up with me afterwards, and I can give a bit more of a detailed response.
Of course, yeah, no problem. Go for that. You can pop that in maybe now, so that while I'm asking the questions, maybe.
Yeah, of course.
They'll remember. But also, you will be reaching out to them as well later in the next few days.
I'll be following up in the next couple of days with everyone who's here. Yeah, of course.
Perfect. All right. Well, once you've done that, I'll continue with the questions.
Okay, so I'll just put it straight directly into the chat. Yeah. Okay. So I'll put my mobile number first of all, and if anyone wants to reach out directly on WhatsApp, then feel free to. There you go. And then I'll put my email address as well.
Thank you.
There you go. Yeah, so feel free to reach out to me either on WhatsApp or by email if anyone has specific questions about the programs. If anyone just wants to chat about studying in France in general, I'm available, and I'd be happy to discuss.
Okay, well, we've got some questions here, so let's kickstart some of these. So the first question from Hafsa. Hello, how would the accommodation work? Could I gain advice on how to choose the best property for me, or will this be on-campus living?
So we don't have because the campus is slap bang in the city centre. It really is in the heart of Dijon. We don't benefit from a huge amount of space like some other institutions do that are based outside the main city centre. So we don't currently have on-campus living. However, there are lots and lots of opportunities, very affordable for housing in Dijon, in and around the campus. I, for example, live in a flat 5 minutes walk from the campus, so I have a really nice commute in the morning. I literally open my door and it's a 5-minute walk in the sunshine to get to, and it's the same for many students as well. We have a platform that is specifically for BSB students, so you would have and we would guide you through that, of course, and so you would have you would go on and you would choose whether you wanted to share a flat with other students, as many do, or if you wanted your own little private sort of studio in the city centre. You would have lots and lots of options and lots of support there. So it wouldn't be on campus specifically, but it would be very close by, and a number of different options for different people.
Great, and I think you touched on this before, but is there any chance to mingle in the age of future employers?
Yeah, for sure. So there are lots and lots of networking opportunities in Dijon, in the other cities in France. We even take students across to other countries in Europe, to Geneva, Switzerland. So there's you not only will have your head in the books, but you will have the opportunity to rub shoulders with previous alumni and with startup companies, with employers who know that you're coming out from BSB with a top quality degree, and who know that you're the next generation of employees. So lots and lots of hands-on practical networking opportunities as part of your degree, for sure.
Okay, great. And do I need to know or speak French?
No, not at all. So all of the courses that I discussed are 100% taught in English. Like I mentioned, 1 in 4 students on campus is international. So there is no need for you. We certainly wouldn't be testing your French as part of your application process. However, we find that most students that are moving to France are quite keen to integrate to some degree with their surroundings, and with that in mind, we offer free French classes to all students who come to BSB. So if you are looking to sort of take that step into French culture and learn the language, then we would sort you out with free French lessons as part of your degree. But it's certainly not compulsory. It's not compulsory from our perspective.
Okay, great. And how high, in that case, does my English proficiency need to be? Do you accept Duolingo?
So we do accept Duolingo. You would be looking at around it depends on the course that you went for, but of course we would be testing your English proficiency, because all of the courses are taught in English, and you simply wouldn't get so much out of it if you weren't able to follow the lectures and the workshops and the modules. So it's something that we would test, but again, we're very happy to provide support with that. If you applied now, for example, for September intake, and your English was perhaps lacking slightly, you would have the summer to practice, perhaps do an English summer course, just to bring you up to scratch by that September intake date.
Okay, great. And actually, talking about intake, when do the admissions close?
So you'd be looking at the 15th of July, I believe. I mean, it's rolling admissions, and we are trying to be as flexible as we can, given things are changing on a variety of different fronts globally. So we're quite flexible. The sooner the better, really, especially if you would like to apply for a scholarship. So for a reduction in fees, you would be looking to try and get your application finished by the 15th of April. So in the next sort of 2 to 3 weeks. Okay.
Perfect. And what are you looking for in an application supporting statement? What would be the best advice you can give to students?
So yeah, good question. It's I mean, to be honest, I think it should be it's very personal. So it should be honest, it should come from the heart. You should, say what your motivations are, what you're hoping to achieve, what you think you could bring to the campus, talk about your future life plans, talk about your past experience. I would say just there's no criteria that we're looking for specifically, just to see that you're ambitious, that you're adventurous, that you're open-minded, and that you're hardworking, and really give us a bit of an insight into you, what makes you unique, what makes you special. So yeah, that's the best advice I can give.
Great. And just for a refresher, can you go through maybe 5 top tips of the application process, as we have a question about the procedure, where to start, things like that?
Yeah, of course. So the application would be online. The process would be to contact me. and schedule. Everything okay? Yeah.
Yes.
Contact me. I can then give you a call, and we can talk through the course that you're potentially interested in. I can give you some tips, and then once you've decided on the right course for you, the application would be online. So I would send you a link to our website. You would go to the website, you would click on apply, and then you would fill out all of your details. You would then need to add some supporting documents. So you'd need some ID, you would need some academic records, depending on the course you're applying for, either your high school diploma or a previous degree if you're going for a master's program. And then you would be asked to upload a few different supporting documents via the online portal, and we would then the admissions team would look at your application, and we would then send you an interview link. Now, depending on the course, again, the interview will be either a self-recording interview, so questions will be posed to you, and you will answer them and be recorded, and that will be sent back to the admissions team and put together with your application, or it will be with one of the program directors. So it just depends on the course. And then really that's it. So myself and my colleagues would be on hand to support you every step of the way with the application. So if you have questions, if something's confusing, you can just pop me an email or pick up the phone, and I'm here to help you. That's my job. And then that's it. You would simply wait for hopefully an affirmative offer letter coming out to you by email. And then after you've completed the normal application process, then you would apply for the scholarship. So the procedure for the scholarship application is to apply in the normal way and then put yourself forward for a scholarship.
Okay, there is also a question here about dual degrees. Do you offer any dual degrees?
Yeah, we do. So the Master in Management that I talked about, the 2-year program, the first year covers core business and management modules, and then the second year you would be able to specialize in one of our 1-year MSc programs, right? Now, if you followed that path, you would receive not only the Master in Management degree, but also the specialized MSc program. So you would receive a dual internal degree from BSB. The other option for dual degrees is if you decide to study abroad as part of your studies. So you can go away for 1 semester or for 1 whole year. We have partnerships with over 200 institutions all over the world. So really you have free reign, depending on your course, of course, but you have options to travel to all 4 corners of the globe as part of the exchange aspect of your degree. And in that case as well, you would receive a diploma from BSB and also from the partner university or institution where you chose to do your year abroad. So yeah, definitely a few options if you're looking to sort of spruce up your CV and add a couple of degrees in one go. And of course we all know that looks great in terms of seeking employment after you graduate.
Yeah, and how diverse is the university? Do you offer any options to study in the arts?
So we have a couple of sort of arts related programs. I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, all of the degrees have a sort of business focus. We are essentially a prestigious business school. However, we are constantly trying to innovate and modernize our programs. Indeed, there have been quite a few changes even recently, and we've added some sort of quite pioneering arts related programs to the mix. You will be, of course, exploring, those art subjects and their relation to business, right? And sort of with a view to forming a career in those creative industries. So there will always be a business element. You wouldn't come to a business school in France to study, French literature, for example.
Yeah.
However, there sort of art subjects relating to business is definitely an option here, and I'll be happy to explore that in more detail at a later date.
Yeah, sure. So we have one more question just
Yeah.
to keep you, just putting one more.
Of course.
So of course, with the rise of living, the inflation costs and everything happening around the world, we have a question here about how does the cost of living compare with the cities around the world at the moment?
Yeah, so that's definitely one of the advantages of living in Dijon, because we're not a capital city. We're not a huge city. The population is around 250,000. It's a very vibrant student feel, so there's a lot going on, but it's small enough to keep costs really at a minimum. So in terms of affordability, we are much more affordable than most sort of large scale cities across Europe. You're looking at, to give you an idea, you're probably looking at around 750 to 850 euros per month. You'd be looking at for a sort of student budget, that would include your rent and your food. So really it's quite a very affordable place to live, which is one of the things that students appreciate about coming to BSB.
Okay, great. I think there is someone who is interested in applying, so maybe just pop in your email to them in the Q&A box. I think you can see.
Yeah.
And then, or even your number, so that way they can see it.
Perfect. That's great. I'll do that right now.
No problem.
Okay.
But whilst you're doing that, thank you everyone. I'm going to give some thanks to Patrick, who has given a wonderful presentation. I think there's been a lot of information to chew over in the last 45 minutes. But this will be a recording as well, so if you have missed anything, do not worry. We will be sending this over to you via email in the next few days. If you have any questions, please by all means do reach out to Patrick via email or via his phone number or WhatsApp. We will be there to answer any questions to help you on your study abroad journey. Any last words, Patrick, really, to wrap up?
I just wanted to say thank you again to everyone for tuning in. It's been a pleasure to be here. Thank you very much for facilitating this. I'm very grateful to you personally and to BMI for organizing this event. I feel privileged to be able to connect with people so far away. So I just wanted to say, that I'm very grateful for your time, and I look forward to hearing from anyone who has any questions. I will follow up with everyone who's tuned in today, and wishing you all the best all the way from France.
Great. Well, thank you everybody, and have a great evening, day, wherever you are. Bye.
Bye now.